Hey, boys and girls, this book is called Bats on Parade by Kathi Appelt, illustrated by Melissa Sweet, and published by Scholastic INC. Bats on Parade. Bats on Parade by Kathi Appelt, illustrated by Melissa Sweet, and published by Scholastic INC. The grandstands were packed on that midsummer eve, wing to wing, paw to paw, beak to beak, and sleeve to sleeve. "Let the good times begin," the Grand Marshal cried, and the bevy of bats dropped out of the sky. There were bats from New Orleans and bats from Detroit. There were bats from El Paso and bats from West Point. They fluttered and flew down the Grand Promenade in a fabulous fanfare of bats on parade. The bats rangerettes did their high-kicking routine, and right behind them came the Bat Parade Queen. She waved to the crowd from her flowery seat, then floated along the confetti-strewn street. The whole exposition could have stopped when she passed, but ooh, no, the show wasn't over. The best was the last. The air fairly crackled with anticipation as the marching bat band made a rare visitation. The battalion was led by one drum majorette who blew her shrill whistle, and off they were set. First stepped the piccolos, piping in twos. There were 4 of those pipers with spats on their shoes. Next came the flute players, all in a line. They were marching 3 by 3, which comes out to 9. 16 in the regiment played clarinets. In 4 sets of 4 came those classy cadets. Up marched the saxophones, all 25. Sopranos and altos, they came 5 by 5. Bat-a-tat, boomed the wild rhythm section. What a proud 36, what a drum corps collection. Snare drums and bass drums and marimbas and cymbals. 6 sets of 6s, triangles and timbals. And right on their heels, their golden horns gleaming, 49 trumpets and 7s came streaming. Count them, 64 French horns, their brassy bells raised. By 8s they advanced down the Grand Promenade. And just then the crowd thought it couldn't get better. The trombones arrived, 81 altogether. In 9 rows of 9, those trombones reported, while there, right behind them, the tubas retorted. The crowd was bedazzled at what they saw then. 100 saxophones marching 10 by 10. Their silvery notes tumbled into the sky. The ground fairly shook when those tubas marched by. The crowd was ecstatic. They hooted, they hopped as the drum majorette blew the whistle to stop. Now 385 marching band bats stood at attention beneath their tall hats. They turned toward the grandstand. What flourish, what flair! Then that old Stars and Stripes filled the midsummer air. Their instruments gleamed in the light of the stars as the tuneful battalion played their last bars. Then 386 bats in that crew saluted the crowd as up they all flew. 1 plus 4 plus 9 plus 16 plus 25 plus 36 plus 49 plus 64 plus 81 plus 100 equals 385. Oh, never was seen a more wonderful sight than the marching bat band on that midsummer night. Bats on Parade. I hope you love this book.